Hey Cancer, and welcome to your Law of Attraction reading. This reading is intended for your personal journey, your spiritual path, anything that you might need to know during this time frame regarding Law of Attraction. So that can mean how to manifest, how to create abundance, how to remove any blockages or restraints that are in the way of your full potential. So please keep an open mind during this reading, because unfortunately, some triggers may rise because the truth of the blockages that we create in ourselves will come out in this reading. So if you're open to that, great. Otherwise, if you're not, I totally understand. You can just be patient and wait for the love readings. And also, if this reading does not resonate, please don't forget to check your other placements, because according to the astrology in the sky, you could be resonating with another placement. So if this doesn't resonate, please don't get upset. Just simply watch another video or check your moon, rising, Venus, or Mars, or any other strong placement. And also, if a title catches your attention, go ahead and watch that video, even if that's not your sign. I don't believe that we should get caught up in the zodiac signs, as we definitely exude all 12 zodiac signs at one point or another in our lifetime. All right, so other than that, let's get into the reading. I will be using this deck. This is the Allen Time Wellness Law of Attraction, and this is why I felt inspired to do this reading. It was because of this deck. It's brought me a lot of success in my life currently, so I just want to share the love with you guys, basically. Okay, so we have Write It Down coming out already. I wasn't quite ready, but just want you guys to know what cards fall out, because I feel like nothing happens coincidentally. And also, I do apologize if I fluster my words a lot or get tongue-tied. I just that just happens with me a lot when I'm trying to deliver the message, because I feel that I get the message very fast and my mouth has to keep up with it, and it's really hard. Like, my brain moves quicker than my lips do. So please bear with me. All right, so I'm going to be pulling your past energy, your present, and your future. And we'll see what comes up. All right, what's going on with Cancer? Look at that. Crisis wants to come out already. All right, let's see what's going on. Release attachment. Be free of expectations. Feel great about letting go. Longing gives vibe of not having. All right, so that's in the past. What else? Inner peace. Clearing past ancient trauma. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Physical, mental, and spiritual practices. Love inner child. All right, last one for the past. What else is going on with Cancer? Darkest before dawn. Breakdown before breakthrough. Major shift is in progress. Dissolving barriers. Ascending. Beautiful. And at the bottom of the deck, we have visualization. See yourself achieving the highest possible outcome, experiencing, feeling, and details. All right, Cancer, let's get into this. So what I'm feeling here is that you've been holding on to a lot of baggage from the past. You've been hoping and longing for some sort of change, and that change is finally here. However, it's not coming in the ways that you expected. So you're being called to just let go of an expectation, let go of any sort of attachment that you may have on people or things, because that energy of longing for something gives a vibe of not having, and this energy of not having creates blockages in your manifestations. Feel great about letting go. Yeah, it's like that energy where when you know how they say let go of someone, and if they come back, they're meant for you, something like that. That's kind of the energy I have here. It's like, be okay with letting go. And I feel like you've recently detached yourself from something in the past, and by doing that, it's bringing you inner peace. But also, what I feel is that you've been holding on to an energy that I feel like for some of you, you have to release a person that has been toxic in your life. And by releasing this person, it gives room for somebody better. Whether it's a person or a situation, what have you, you can fill in that missing piece however it resonates for you. But you could have been like really hopeful about a situation, and then you learn to let go of it. And by letting go of what you are starting to understand isn't working for you, it's going to make room for something a lot better. And I think it has to do with the past, though, some sort of like past trauma with this card here. Because I think you're starting to go within, you're finding inner peace within yourself. You could have picked up meditation or yoga as a practice, and you're learning to love your inner child. I feel like these past traumas that you have been carrying on for years, since you can remember. And then here's this darkest before dawn, right? This is like the dark night of the soul for me. I feel like you're going through huge shifts, huge transformations, and it's causing you to let go of what you thought was once yours is no longer. But it's, again, making space for something a lot better. I don't know why I get this energy that you've been holding on to, like, just past traumas. Perhaps I'll use this as an example, but like a relationship that didn't work out in the past, you carry that sort of resentment or attachment more than you need to, and it's time to let it go because you're blocking your manifestations for something a lot better. But you're going through this sort of breakthrough here that is removing these barriers. I feel like you have attachments in the way, barriers. I don't know why I feel like a codependency. I'm seeing the devil card in my mind's eye, so it could have been like toxic patterns, addictions, unhealthy choices. But that's what's changing in you, because you're starting to become more awoke, or ascended. You're ascending, like with this dark night of the soul, right? You're having a rude awakening, but I think it's going to work out in your highest favor. But again, this is in the past. Let's see what's going on. What is this energy here? What is this attachment? Okay, we have the Seven of Cups, so emotional confusion. Five of Cups, Two of Cups. Yeah, see what I'm saying? I love how the cards just confirm what I said. This is the past, right? Past wounds. You're carrying a lot of emotional baggage from the past, and it's not letting you move forward. The Two of Cups here can go both ways. It could be not letting go of a past connection that is just, it's expired. It's time to let it go. And in doing that, it makes room for a new connection to come into your life. Two of Cups never ever fails to come out in Cancer readings. So I feel like you do have someone in your life that's very significant, like a soulmate energy. And here with this Eight of Pentacles, I feel like you've been, like, see what I'm saying? The Lovers. Just to further confirm. So you could be dealing with a twin flame or a soulmate connection that's changing. And those connections are very transformative. And I feel like you've been putting in the work to be better. Not for anybody, but just for you. And I feel like you had to release your energy from this person. If you are like in a twin flame situation or a soulmate energy, whatever you believe in, I feel like right now you're not speaking to this person, but it's probably for the best, because you both still have a lot of inner work to do with the Eight of Pentacles. Like, you guys are both a work in progress, because you both still carry pain, regret, remorse from whatever happened. It's going to be different for everybody, but this is making you guys both look at each other very, very upfront. Like, you guys are in each other's subconscious. Like, you're staring right at each other, even though you guys are not speaking to each other or even physically around each other. The energy is this strong. Like, energetically, you feel this close to this person. But there's a lot of healing and inner work that still needs to be done. So it's just not the time for this connection at this moment. I think this is just like confirmation of what you've been going through. But you did have to release yourself from this and be free of the expectations as you go through this transformation and ascension process. All right, so let's see what the present energy is. Mindfulness, awareness of thoughts without judgment, meditate, breathe, yoga, being present, grace. See, so you are picking up that sort of practice. You're trying to make healthier choices. It's beautiful. Loving all of you. Love and accept your inner darkness for greatest self-love. Deeply healing world mirrors us. So I feel like that dark night of the soul that you've been going through has been really tumultuous because you may have judged yourself hardcore. Then we have how to manifest, state thought, I am, have, believe, feel having it, inspired action, know it's done, have fun, align, receive. And then at the bottom, challenge, stop, delay, or detour, beneficial, revise, rethink, follow signs, guidance, test before leveling up. Yeah, like I said, huge dark night of the soul energy. I think Aquarius had that same theme in their past. A little bit Leo did too. So you may have that in your chart. It doesn't have to be the case. You could just be resonating with that energy. But I see you ascending, Cancer, and I see you being aware of your thoughts where you once were perhaps speaking negatively to yourself, not feeling like you're worthy enough. And it wasn't that you weren't these things. It's just that you didn't believe in yourself, but now you are starting to believe in yourself. You're learning that you have to be aware of your thoughts, right? And not be so critical of yourself. I feel like you could shun yourself sometime or be ashamed of who you are. Like you hide your dark side from people because you're afraid to be judged. But with this loving all of you, I feel like you have to accept both parts of yourself, and the right person will accept that of you as well. If people don't accept that part of you, they're not meant to be in your life, period. And I feel that you are doing a lot of deep healing because the only person that has been holding you back is yourself. Just breathe. You just have to breathe and you'll get through this. It's been a very challenging time. But this detour, any sort of disappointments that happened in your past, whatever this sort of trauma you carry from your childhood, or just like painful relationships or past relationships that didn't work out, it all happened for a reason. There's a blessing in disguise here. You just haven't quite made it to the finish line yet because you're going through that dark night of the soul. If you don't know what that means, I suggest looking it up, but it's a very just look it up. I don't want to explain it wrong, but yeah, it's like a test before the level up. And then once you're done undergoing it, you feel a lot better, you feel a lot lighter, you're more mindful, you love yourself, both parts of yourself, the yin and the yang. It's like a comfortable energy. Because I feel like you lacked a lot of self-love. And the world mirrors us, right? So you may have been seeing the world through this sort of negative lens and thinking that people were out to get you, when in reality, that's the energy you were giving out to people. So you were a reflection of the people, how people were treating you is a reflection of how you were treating them, right? Like everyone is a mirror in our life. So if you get upset that someone's treating you a certain way, it's because you're doing that exact same thing to someone. And here's where the triggers come, right? I always just tell it like it is. If you know me, you know that that's what I do. So I say it with love, though. And I say things that I've said to myself, okay? So I don't say things that I know I can't dish. Like, I know I can dish it, so that's why I say it, okay? But then here's the light at the end of the tunnel, how to manifest. You're starting to believe in this energy that if you want something, you just have to believe that it's yours, and it will be. And you're having fun, you're receiving, you're opening up your heart to this very receptive energy. It's such a beautiful energy. Like it's a huge turn of events here where I felt this darkness over here, and now we're coming out of it. We're coming out of the shadows and learning how to just be ourselves and finding people who accept us. Not that external validation matters, but it sure as hell feels nice to have people that understands us, right? I feel like for you, it's really important to be accepted by at least one person. And whoever this person is that you feel is your soulmate, that person does understand you. Every part of yourself, the dark and the light. All right, let's get into the future. Allowing. Relax, enjoy yourself, have faith, allow situations to unfold, answers come, highest outcome. There's that turn of events, right? Oh. Perspective. Gaining clarity, see other side, consideration, impression versus fact, taking responsibility for your life. Respond versus react, express from a loving place, old triggered trauma yields drama, new beneficial thought patterns. This card is very popular in the future energy. I feel like every sign has gotten it. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have negativity, distorted view, wounds, complaining, negative self-talk, self-sabotage, outside influences, be gracious. All right, Cancer. So in your future energy, I see you still battling these sort of negative thought patterns. However, I see you being more successful in overcoming them also. Okay, you're starting to be in this state of allowance, which is a very strong manifestation tool where you just sit back and relax. There's no need to try too hard. There's no need to cause resistance on something. You're allowing situations to unfold, and in that energy, answers are going to come to you, and then there's this highest outcome. So whatever has been happening in your life up until this point was for a reason, and it's in order to achieve this highest outcome. Like everything led up to this moment is what I just heard. So it's all going to start to make sense soon. Your perspective is going to shift as well. You're going to gain clarity. You're going to start to see the other side of whoever you've been dealing with. You're going to start to understand where people have been coming from. Because I feel like your energy has been very one-sided. But because you've been so hurt that I get this really heart chakra blockage. And that only happens when we've been very hurt in the past. So I feel like your heart is starting to open up here. And it's helping you see the other side. It's helping you gain more compassion towards other people, more consideration, more empathy. Impression versus fact, right? I feel like you used to let impressions get to you, which weren't facts, right? Perception, perspective, things of that nature. Those are thoughts. Thoughts are not always the truth. It's just what we think is true. It's just an idea. It's an opinion versus fact, what I feel there. And then I like how it says taking responsibility for your life, because maybe in the past you didn't. I feel, where did that card say complaining? Oh yeah, over here. I feel like in the past you were really a negative Nancy. Again, sorry, don't want to offend anybody. It's just what I heard. But I feel like you were very you complained a lot about how things didn't work out for you. Whether you complain to people, you don't even have to complain to anybody for the universe to hear you. It could all be an internal dialogue, and the universe hears you complain. But you're starting to change that also. You're starting to take responsibility for your life and understand that you don't have to complain. If you don't like something, then change it. And if you can't change something, then just let it go. Just release it. There's no need to have control issues or feel that everything has to go your way. And then with this respond versus react card, express from a loving place. Exactly. So I feel like, yeah, you used to react. You used to let triggers get a reaction out of you. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? That you're still healing. You're still working on yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like that's, again, what you're starting to see the other side in an argument, right? Like that's what I feel here. Like where you once were just very stubborn in your ways, you're starting to create new beneficial thought patterns for yourself. And this creates more balance, creates more clarity in your life, and it helps you see other people's perspective. Instead of reacting, I see you responding to people's energy, right? Asking like how they are, or asking, or like even apologizing, taking accountability for your actions, right? Because a response is asking more the other person how they feel about something. Also, just understanding that you don't have to argue with someone if you don't feel like it. Obviously, stand up for yourself, but I just see new beneficial thought patterns. I do feel this energy. Look at how all these cards are very similar. This one with that one, and then that one. So it could have been this same soulmate person in your life that you both created, like you both triggered each other. So now you're learning how to express from a loving place, and you're starting to see their perspective, and that's going to help you gain clarity on the situation after distorted views, right? Not seeing things clearly, talking negatively about yourself, letting outside influences get the best of you. Perhaps you asked somebody for advice and they didn't give you the best advice. I don't think anybody has the answers better than you do when you go within and try to figure them out. I do want to get some clarification on this future energy. What's going on here? Okay. That went flying over there. 1 second. 4 of Cups. See, there's this so many cups here, Cancer. Very emotional energy that I feel. I feel that someone thinks they're going to be rejected, or that someone isn't interested. Someone is ignoring someone, that's for sure. Could be a Queen of Pentacles, an earth sign, someone who you find very nurturing or loving, a very strong feminine energy coming through. What's going on here? Knight of Cups, more Cups, energy, Emperor. Okay, this is what I feel. So if it is a soulmate connection coming through here, if you guys are not speaking right now, I feel like the masculine wants to come forward and express their love to the feminine, but they may fear that they're going to be rejected because they've been rejecting the feminine for the longest time. But whatever this energy just that wants to come forward is something stable. It's a wise investment after a very long time of a long period of healing. I feel that when you're in this allowing energy, those answers that you're seeking, I feel that you may be asking for guidance on what to do in this romantic situation. Because a law of attraction could mean anything, right? It doesn't always have to be about like money or finances or abundance. It could also be love. You know, we also want to attract love in our lives. So I feel that that's what you're trying to do here, Cancer, but you may have been struggling for the longest time because something in the past left you very wounded. And you're still healing from that. And while you've been healing that, you may have ignored this person. And you probably were not able to see each other's perspective because there was little to no communication on what actually was going underneath the surface. But now I see somebody, the masculine perhaps, stepping up to the plate and coming forward with their cup of love to express what's been going on. Because they may feel that it's going to be a missed opportunity if they don't act now. That the clock is ticking. So if you're the masculine watching, I say just go for it. And if you're the feminine watching, I feel like you also have to just sit back and relax, because I feel that you've done enough. It's up to the masculine now to do something. And if you are in this energy of manifesting, I feel that if you both believe that this connection is yours, and if it's in your highest favor, it will definitely manifest itself in its right timing, right? But yeah, if you're the masculine watching, I feel like you just have to go for it. And if you're the feminine watching, I feel like you just have to sit back and relax. You don't have to try too hard anymore, because you've both gone through this sort of dark night of the soul You both, if it is a soulmate twin flame connection, you guys mirror each other. So you guys went through the same experiences and have triggered each other in the same ways, and have gone within the same ways, have been invited by the divine to ascend, spiritually awaken. You guys are going in the same journey, and now it's just up to fate to bring you guys together. But it's also up to this Emperor here to actually make a move. Interesting. All right, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope that made sense for you guys. I did say keep an open mind. I didn't mention it in all the readings, but I did say that if love comes into the readings, that we can talk about it, and I feel that it did here. So this connection is very, very profound. You guys have a lot of love for each other. That's for sure. All right, so now I'm going to pull a card from the Lightworker Oracle, and this will help us get any final messages that you may need to hear during this time frame. I will be reading the excerpt from the guidebook, though, because I just believe the writer, Alana Feltrider, the creator of this deck, did such a beautiful job that I want to share it with you guys. All right, let's get into this. That's way too much. Okay, we have Unplug from Mass Consciousness, Spiritual Service, and Star Child. Spiritual Service was in, I believe, Gemini's reading. It was in someone's reading, so you can read it there. I'm being guided to read both of these. Okay, let me just look at both of these cards and see what stands out to me the most, but I do feel the Star Child coming through very strongly right now. Okay. I think I'm going to read this one because I did see it first. We'll leave that in the back burner. And yeah, if you want to hear that one, you can watch Gemini's reading. All right, Unplug from Mass Consciousness. There is a belief system based on fear, doubt, and distrust that is known as mass consciousness. It says it is safer to stay with the crowd, not to question what you have been taught. It says you cannot trust the divine to take care of your financial well-being or your emotional needs. Sorry, let me read that again. It says you cannot trust the divine to take care of your financial well-being or your emotional needs. It says you should be afraid and not take risks. It says that if you dare to stand up and live your truth, you'll be lost and alone, humiliated, rejected, or even destroyed. You are being guided to unplug from that system of beliefs. You are capable of a more creative, loving, and soul-satisfying way of living. To access this, let go of the way that is too small for your soul. You are brave and aware enough to think outside the square, beyond what society or your peers may consider normal. You are supposed to be questioning things right now. You are in a transition from one way of thinking to another, opening up to a new world which you can trust enough to live in with peace and happiness because of the upgraded new beliefs you are cultivating. No matter how others may resist or criticize your choices, perhaps your new ideas take you away from the world they feel comfortable in. Your higher guidance encourages you to keep opening your mind to a more loving, higher reality. If you have been thinking along new lines and wonder if you are going crazy, your guidance tells you are doing a great job. You are not crazy. Trust yourself. You are thinking in ways that do not belong to mass consciousness. It can seem scary at first, but once you realize the benefits gained from unplugging, you will enjoy the process much more. It will free you and empower you to live a life of your own choosing. Opportunities and connections can open up to you in ways that defy your old beliefs. Sometimes breaking from the accepted norm, doing things differently, or being considered weird to family, colleagues, and friends is a sign that you are breaking away from the consciousness of the masses, which is not compatible with your own higher frequency consciousness. You were born to bring a new vibration of awareness to this planet. You will find those who can benefit and even love you for this difference, and those who are challenged or fearful of you for it. Either way, you can love and improve yourself, nourish relationships that support you, and have compassionate detachment from those that do not. without compromising who are you in truth. Without compromising who you are in truth. So keep unplugging yourself one layer, thought, word, and deed at a time from that which the mass consciousness would have you buy into. More stuff, more fear, more competition, more doubt, and more suffering. You can challenge any thought you don't want to have. Free yourself. You have the power to change your world and the world we live in as a result. One liberating thought at a time. Invocation. Of my own free will, I will now ask for spiritual intervention and divine protection through the guidance that loves me unconditionally. I now request the thorough and complete removal of any entity, thought form, belief system, cord, attachment, or conditioning from my body, mind, and soul that does not resonate with the pure frequency of unconditional love. I ask for this process to happen with divine mercy, wisdom, and blessing. I call upon my own inner power and strength to listen for my truths and stand in the light of those truths at the perfect time and in the perfect way with the loving and empowering assistance of my spiritual team. Through divine grace and my own spiritual authority, so be it. May all beings be blessed by divine love. May all beings be happy and free. Wow, Cancer, I do really feel that this resonates for you. Just sums up the reading pretty much. I feel that these old thought patterns were, again, family, friends that you grew up with that are just no longer working for you. And you're releasing those attachments that you thought you once had to hold on to because they were just so accustomed to your life, so programmed into your brain. But it's time to unplug from all that. And if you feel like you are a lone wolf or like the black sheep in your family, don't be scared about that. Stand in your power. Because you will manifest a tribe that is in your higher vibrational level, and you will be a lot happier than you are now. Don't be afraid to let things go. That's beautiful. I like this line here that stood out to me the most. It said, where was it? The one that said, you're not crazy, basically, because I can resonate with that. When you're first going through a spiritual awakening, you feel a bit crazy, like nobody understands you. And it's hard to be the only one going through something and having to guide yourself. Where did it go? Here we go. You are not crazy. Trust yourself. You're thinking in ways that do not belong to mass consciousness, and it can seem scary at first. All right, let me just look at the Star Child one. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing because my throat is starting to hurt, but I'll just read this part. Star Child, and it's just such a beautiful card, and it goes with the planets. The light of the stars exists in you. The earth wants you to share that light with humanity. You are asked to understand that you are meant to be here, that you have spiritual work to accomplish. Give up the idea that you belong somewhere else, to another home in the stars. Instead, let the starlight of your own inner being shine here on earth. Well, it shall make such a positive difference in the world. Fall in love with earth's beauty. She can and will support you in all ways. That's giving me strong Aquarius energies, so you can watch that reading if you feel guided to. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so that others may receive this message and it helps support my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in your next reading.